It's Mrs. Ferris from Wood Library, and guess what? It's time for some bedtime stories. Isn't that right, Bernard? He agrees. So let's get started. We're going to start off with a book called Ding Dong Gorilla. It's written by Michelle Robinson and illustrated by Leonie Lord. There's Gorilla. He's peeking at you. You know, we ordered a pizza, a great big one with extra cheese. Well, I'm afraid I have some bad news. You see, while you were upstairs getting ready for dinner, the doorbell rang. Ding dong. And I thought it must be the pizza boy, so I answered it. But it was definitely not the pizza boy. I didn't invite the gorilla in. He just barged right past me, and he went straight to my toy box and dumped everything out to get at the crayons. Then he did lots of coloring, but he wasn't very good at staying between the lines. But that's not the bad news. When the gorilla got bored, he stomped off to watch TV. And he went through all my movies, but at least he put them away afterward, but just not in the right places. And that's not the bad news either. Next, the gorilla wanted to play dress up, and I couldn't stop him. He put on all my clothes and, well, most of yours too. And then he left them in a dirty pile on my bedroom floor. But even that's not such bad news. At least he washed some of them. And I thought perhaps the gorilla was overexcited, so I sent him outside to get some fresh air. But he got some fresh flowers instead. The garden doesn't look so pretty anymore. The gorilla wanted to play soccer, but, well, it was getting dark. So we came back inside, and it wasn't me who broke the vase, or the window, or the chair. And that still isn't the bad news. But by now, the gorilla was getting really hungry, and I was a bit scared, but he wasn't interested in me. He wanted to bake a chocolate cake. And he had just turned on the blender when the doorbell rang again. And this time, it really was the pizza boy. And he looked surprised to see us. He ran away before I could pay him. I suppose that's quite good news, really. The gorilla ran away when he heard you coming down the stairs. So you probably won't believe that he made all this mess. And you're bound to blame me and send me to bed without any pizza. But the bad news is there isn't any left. And that's what happens when a gorilla comes to your door and goes, ding dong. Well, a gorilla is a member of the ape family, which includes monkeys, of course. So do you think we can do a finger play about monkeys jumping on the bed? Here we go. I've got 5 little monkeys and they're jumping on the bed. When one fell off, oh, he bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So 4 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So 3 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So now there are 2 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So that leaves one little monkey who is jumping on the bed. When she fell off, oh, she bumped her head. So her mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, can you say it with me? No more monkeys jumping on the bed. So there are no more monkeys, but I think we can jump into another book that has a monkey in it. This is called Give Up, Gecko. It's a folktale from Uganda, which is a country in Africa. It's retold by Margaret Reed MacDonald, who does a lot of great stories, and it's illustrated by Deborah Millman. And I don't think I mentioned the publisher of the last one, but this is by Amazon Children's Publishing. Now, do you know what a gecko is? You get to see them probably in commercials a lot. A gecko is a little type of lizard. Now, days waiting for rain. The animals needed a drink. Let's dig for water, said the animals. The one who finds water can be our chief. And all the animals wanted to be chief. Let's use our tusks, bellowed Elephant. Tusks, tusks, shouted Boar. Do you see they both have tusks? Those are like their long teeth. No, let's use our horns, hollered Rhino. Horns, horns, agreed the deer. Now, some animals didn't have horns, and some animals didn't have tusks. Let's stomp, said Hippo. Everybody has feet. Not me, whispered Snake. But the animals were already voting. Stomp, stomp, we will stomp. Me first. Elephant found a good place to dig and began. Elephant, elephant, heavy, heavy, heavy. Elephant, elephant, stomp, stomp, stomp. Well, it was hot, and Elephant got tired. Elephant, elephant, heavy, heavy, heavy. Elephant, elephant, stomp, stomp, stomp. Oh, there's no water here. I give up. My turn, shouted Hippo. Hippo, hippo, heavy, heavy, heavy. Hippo, hippo, stomp, stomp, stomp. Well, Hippo churned up the dust and the hole got deeper and deeper. And then Hippo got tired. No water here. I give up. So whose turn was it next? Rhino. Rhino, rhino, heavy, heavy, heavy. Rhino, rhino, stomp, stomp, stomp. I give up. So then buffalo and giraffe, all the big animals took a turn, and all the big animals gave up. So the middle-sized animals tried. There was warthog and hyena. Monkey thought he could do it. Monkey, monkey, heavy, heavy, heavy. Monkey, monkey. Ooh, bananas. Bye-bye. Well, soon the middle-sized animals all gave up. So now the little animals wanted to try. The big animals were laughing. What can they do? And the big animals were right. The little animals didn't have any luck either. Iguana tried, and rabbit tried. Rabbit, rabbit, heavy, 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 rabbit. Well, Rabbit had no patience. What can a rabbit do? I give up. Nobody can do it, said Elephant. Nobody found water. Let's go home. And then he heard a tiny voice. I didn't get a turn. Let me try. And the animals looked all around. Where was that tiny voice coming from? What? It was Gecko. I can do it. Let me try. The animals all started laughing. What could a silly little animal like Gecko do? Nothing. Let's go home, said the Elephant. There is no water here. but Gecko had jumped into the deep, deep hole. Gecko, Gecko, heavy, heavy, heavy. Gecko, Gecko, stomp, stomp, stomp. Look at that silly little Gecko, the others said. He thinks he is heavy. Give up, Gecko, they cried. Well, Gecko was embarrassed. He turned bright pink all over. Gecko's turning pink, Hippo laughed. Give up, Gecko. Well, they can laugh, but I won't give up. Gecko, Gecko, heavy, heavy, heavy. Gecko, Gecko, stomp, stomp, stomp. Well, he stomped for an hour. 1 hour. Gecko, Gecko, heavy, heavy, heavy. Gecko, Gecko, stomp, stomp, stomp. Well, all of the animals shouted, Give up, Gecko. Gecko, Gecko, for 2 hours. Give up, Gecko. Gecko, Gecko, for 3 hours. Give up, Gecko. The sun was about to go down, and Gecko was still stomping. And then suddenly, my toes are wet. My toes are wet. Gecko was stomping in water. Gecko, Gecko, heavy, 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 heavy. Gecko, Gecko, splash, splash, splash. Out of the way! Elephant threw Gecko out of the hole, and he began to stomp. Elephant, elephant, heavy, heavy, heavy. Elephant, elephant, stomp, stomp, stomp. I'm the new chief, hollered Elephant. I found the water. Did he really? All the animals saw what had happened. Get that elephant out of there, they shouted. Elephant didn't find the water. Gecko did. So Gecko jumped back down into the hole again, and all the animals started shouting, Gecko, Gecko, heavy, heavy, heavy. Gecko, Gecko, don't give up. Well, slowly the water began to rise. It came up to his little knees. It came up to his little waist. It came up to his little neck. Water! Well, the water was spraying all over, and everybody was dancing and singing. Gecko, Gecko, he found the water. Gecko, Gecko, he is the one. Well, the animals built a special house for Gecko right by the side of the water. You see it was made out of stones? Looks pretty nice and just the right size. You all help dig, said Gecko. Everybody can share. Yes, we all help dig, said the animals. But you, Gecko, you were the one who never gave up. And you know what? That's how you get things done, isn't it? You don't give up. But wasn't it nice that he shared with all the animals? I bet he'll even share with Elephant. Well, let's try another finger play. Which one do you think we ought to do? We could do, well, the one about the Grand Old Duke of York. I don't think we've done that in a few weeks. So can you put up your 10,000 men or get them ready to be up? Put them right in your lap to start off. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. You want to stretch your arms up. He marched them up to the top of the hill. If you want, you can even stand up. And he marched them down again. For when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Let's do it again, and let's do it a little faster, all right? Are you standing up and getting back down? I would do that, but I'd wind up being outside of our screen here, so I'll just stay like I am. But if you want to stand up tall and then get back down low when they're low, okay, let's try it The grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. For when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Very good. You know what, though? We always do it 3 times. The 3rd time's as fast as I can sing it. And we also throw in a tricky part, so make sure you're listening because it's a part we haven't done before. Okay, here we go. The grand old Duke of York had 10,000 men. He marched them up the top of the hill, he marched them down again. He marched them to the left, he marched them to the right, he marched them over upside down. Oh, what a funny sight. For when they were up, they were up. Then when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. All right. Well, there were some interesting animals in that story, don't you think? Those are all animals that live in the jungle, where it's very hot in the summertime. It's pretty hot here, but we don't have those animals except in the zoo. And now we're going to have some other animals. And this is called How to Catch a Clover Thief. It's a book by Elise Parsley. She does the pictures too. And it's published by Little Brown and Company. And who is this in this story? He looks a lot like Warthog in the other one, but he's not a warthog. What do you think Roy is? Can you figure it out by looking at him? Let's see if I can get a better picture. I think he's a wild pig. They call them boars. B-O-A-R. Well, the stems were tall. The leaves were large. Roy couldn't believe his luck. Oh, all this clover patch needed were those sweet white blossoms, and then he could gobble up his very favorite snack, and they were nearly ready. He just needed to be patient, which is a hard thing to do. Don't even think about stealing my patch of clover, Jarvis, he said. There's his friend Jarvis. Roy was eyeing his neighbor, but Jarvis just shook his head. Oh, heavens, I wouldn't think of it, Roy. After all, clover is hard to come by in these woods, and you found it first. It clearly belongs to you. It does, said Roy. Now, go away. It's about to bloom. Say, you know what you need, Roy, old buddy? Here, you need a cookbook. This cookbook will help you plan some new recipes while you wait for those delightful blossoms. I like it that he was suggesting a book. So Jarvis hopped off while Roy kept an eye on his clover, and then he read the first recipe. It was for, chilled clover soup. And then he read the second recipe for clover salad with shaved acorns. And the third recipe called for mulberries and mushrooms. So he went to find some. Look, there's some mushrooms growing on the tree. And when Roy returned from his foraging, ah! He gasped. His patch was smaller. Well, the next day, Jarvis skipped into the clearing. Whoa, what's the matter, Roy? Go away, Jarvis. My clover is ready to bloom, but there's a clover thief around here, so I've got to stand guard day and night. Oh, my, said Jarvis. You know what you're going to need, Roy? You're going to need a proper campsite. Here, this guidebook will give you the tips and tricks. Well, Roy resisted. But finally, he picked up the book and pitched a tent and built a campfire. And by the time Roy finished carving out a canoe, crash! His patch was even smaller. Well, the next day, Jarvis peeked into the clearing. Go away, Jarvis, Roy yelled. I'm hungry and I'm mad and I've been staying awake guarding this patch day and night, and that's all I will do until I get my clover blossoms. Do you see he's put a barbed wire fence all around it? Roy, Roy, said Jarvis, do you know what you need? Let me guess. Another book? No, Jarvis giggled. You need company. So they sat side by side. And Jarvis said, do you mind if I... Oh, all right, shouted Roy. You're going to love this book, said Jarvis. It's a textbook I've been reading about recent advancement in aerospace engineering. I don't even know what aerospace engineering is, cried Roy. Oh, you will soon enough. Listen to this, said Jarvis. And Roy listened for a while, but oh dear, can you see what happened? He fell asleep. Remember, he'd stayed up day and night guarding that clover patch? Well, the lesson that he was reading was nothing but orbital inclination and nose cones. I don't know much about those either. And when Roy awoke, the clover patch was completely eaten up right down to the nubbins. How can this be? Cried Roy. And then he froze and snarled. Wait, where is that gopher? Did you figure out that that's what Jarvis was, a gopher? Oh, hi, Roy, Jarvis gulped. Did I hear that your clover is completely gone? Oh, that's terrible. Sheesh. And after all you've done to protect it, so... What are you going to do? Jarvis, said Roy, I think you know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a book. Jarvis squeaked. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, of course, a book. The perfect way to pass the time while your clover grows back. Off you go, Roy. So Roy rushed to the library, and while he waited for his clover to grow again, Roy read and read and reread. And he looked up words he didn't know, and then he read some more. Roy didn't see Jarvis for weeks. But when he did, do you see Jarvis? Is he up here in the forest? Or is he down underground? Do you see him there? Yes. Whoop. Shoop, 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 shoop. Boom. Zip. Roy built a machine. And that machine made a lot of noise, like clonk, bing, whoop, 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 da-dum. Roy was ready. And he had just needed the right book. How to Catch a Clover Thief. Did you figure out who the thief was? Bye, Jarvis. Let us know if there's any clover on the move. Well, I think that Roy was pretty hungry by the time that book ended. I hope his clover grew back. Otherwise, he might have to eat hot dogs. I've got 5 little hot dogs. They're cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So 4 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 3 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 2 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 1 little hot dog is cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the one went bam. So no little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the pan went bam. Well, I don't know. Let's see here. I've got 2 books to choose from for our last one. I think we'll stick with this one. Because I'm wondering, are you in your pajamas by now? Like I am? This is called Piggies in Pajamas. It's written by Michelle Meadows with illustrations by Art Hoyt. And it's published by Simon & Schuster Books for Children or Young Readers. Can you see the pictures okay? I hope so. Mama's in the kitchen, talking on the phone. Papa isn't home yet. Piggies are alone. Oh, I think it's a rhyming story. Piggies in pajamas, jumping in the air, tossing up the pillows with popcorn in their hair. Climbing up the mountain, lined up in a row, diving in the ocean, piggies holler, go! Thump, thump, oink, oink, all the piggies fall. Stomp, 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 Mama's in the hall. So hurry to the tunnel. Everybody hide underneath the covers, snuggle deep inside. Creak, creak goes the door. Is Mama really here? No, she's busy on the phone. I think the coast is clear. So piggies in pajamas scoot across the floor, going for a train ride, speeding past the door. Toot, toot, oink, oink, rolling down the track. Stop, stomp, stomp, stop. Mama's coming back. Hurry to the tunnel. Everybody hide underneath the covers. Snuggle deep inside. Crick, creak goes the floor. She's sitting down to chat. She's talking on the phone again. I think it's Mrs. Cat. So piggies in pajamas whirl around the room. Cartwheels and somersaults. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, oink, oink. Oh, piggies love to play. Stomp, 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 stomp. Mama's on her way. Hurry to the tunnel. Everybody hide underneath the covers. Snuggle deep inside. Crick, creak goes the door. Is Mama coming back? Oh no, she's heading for the kitchen, looking for a snack. So piggies in pajamas digging through the chest. Race cars, tambourines, a polka-dotted vest. Who's that in the window? Piggies drop their toys. Scritch, scratch, tap, tap. What's that noise? Oh, it's just a little tree branch that gives the pigs a scare, but they think it's a wolf or a fox or a bear. Well, piggies in pajamas sneaking down the hall, crawling with their blankets, baby drags a doll. Mom is in the bathroom washing up her face. Piggies in pajamas find a cozy place. Tickle, tickle, oink, oink. They giggle for a while. Then snuggle, snuggle. Good night, piggies in a pile. While Mama sees their pink ears and tails are sticking out. Mama climbs into bed and kisses every snout. That's their nose. 5 kisses. Good night, piggies. And there she is. She's climbed into bed with them. It might be a little crowded, but I bet it's cozy. Well, can you wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes? Wait a minute. We didn't do bubble gum, did we? We can't have pajama story time or bedtime story time, whatever we're calling it, without having our bubble gum. So reach in your pocket. We're going to do it a quickly version. Pull it out. If it's got a wrapper, throw the wrapper in the trash. Pop the gum in your mouth, chew it up until it's soft and squishy, and then we'll spit it in our hands. Spit it in your hand. Clap your hand on top. And we've got sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your knee. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your chin. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your back. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your cheek. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your arm. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your nose. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on mom or dad. All right, is it stuck? Okay, on stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your toe. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum. Time to throw it in the trash. And let's get our book. Throw those over there. And we'll get our flannel board stories, what I'm about to say. And I thought we'd have one that I'm sure you know. It's kind of a classic, and you can say it right along with me. So it starts off with a big brown bear. Let's get him up high enough, because we need lots of room for all these animals that are going to be coming along. Do you know what it is? Did you guess brown bear, brown bear? What do you see? That's right. Well, brown bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. White dog, what do you see? I see, this one may not show up real well, a black sheep looking at me. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see Mrs. Ferris looking at me. Well, Mrs. Ferris, what do you see? Well, I can't really see them, but I'm hoping there are lots and lots of children who are looking at me. Children, what do you see? Can we say them all? We see a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a purple cat, a white dog, a black sheep, a goldfish, and Mrs. Ferris. That's what we see. That's from the book by Bill Martin Jr. So I think, in looking at my watch, we better be finishing up. So it's time for our Going to Bed book by Sandra Boynton. Well, the sun has set not long ago. You know what? When I look out the window, the sun has not even set yet, but it will soon. The sun has set not long ago, so now everybody goes below to take a bath in one big tub with soap all over, scrub, scrub, scrub. They hang their towels on the wall and find pajamas big and small. And with some on top and some beneath, they brush and brush and brush their teeth. And when the moon is on the rise, they all go up to exercise. Do you see Bernard doing push-ups? And then down once more, but not so fast. They're on their way to bed at last. The day is done, they say goodnight, and somebody turns off the light. The moon is high, the sea is deep, and they rock and rock and rock to sleep. Thanks for joining us for our bedtime stories. I hope you enjoyed them and come back next week because we'll have some more, won't we, Bernard? He says yes, so thanks.